Hello and welcome to Fridays at 4 here on twitch.tv/DDOstream. I am DDO Community Manager Cordovan. Thanks very much for watching. Appreciate you being here in our chat every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. We are kicking off the weekend in style by playing DDO. Plus 25% Heroic XP, plus 25% Epic XP, plus 5% VIP XP through the weekend, through Sunday, being turned off Monday morning Eastern Time. That means this is a good weekend to level up. We're getting ready to release the Warlock. Could be out by the end of next week. Could be. Maybe not, but might be. And let's see, what was I going to show you? Actually, let's see, I got the bonus, I got the Warlock. Oh, we got Lamania, which is available for a preview of Update 26, a newer one this week. And we're also probably going to get out a new build. It was going to be today, but I think it's now looking more like Monday. So stay tuned for a little more information on that. Alright, someone was telling me I was slacking and getting out my turbine point codes last Wednesday. I will do that at the end of the show today. You have a review to work on, Fire? Well, that sounds alright. Alright, anyway, so why am I sitting at this weird place in House Kundarak? It's because I wanted to show you something. This is over by the Vault of Night Raid. If you sort of fall off the big tower there and you head down, you will see this. So what is this weird thing? Well, this has been around since 2006. Back, a lot of times shadows are done through actual shadows. But for whatever reason, there's this one section of the map here that they painted in the black. Now, why does that matter? The reason that matters is if you want to get a screenshot of your character, say in Photoshop, so that you can just easily select it, and then cut it, paste it, do whatever you want to do with it, maybe, make GIFs or animations or whatever, this is your location. Because see, that black there makes you just easily be able to sort of, grab it and cut it out. And you can do some different poses and things like that. Plus you have a little room from which to kind of do your emotes and what have you. Kind of useful, I have found, as a great way to just sort of get that done. Another thing you can do, it's I usually use this side, but it's also available, you'll see, on this other side here. The only advantage of this other side is it has that little hill area if you're really running into an issue with trying to find a good place to stand up and such. So I thought, for those of you who didn't know that, I thought it might be a nice little tip for you. So, alright. What do you think? Want to do Stormcleave Elite? Alright, sounds good. So how you folks doing? What's your weekend plans looking like? Are you going to be taking advantage of this XP boost? I know I am. Like I say, I'm on Thelanis in part because I am on a TR and I sure would like some XP. So I'm going to be getting as much of that as I can. That'll be nice. If you guys have any questions in chat, I'd be happy to answer it. I can't guarantee that I will be able to answer everything, but I can guarantee that I will try. So let's see, we got Lamania, we got Update 26. People here are really, been working a lot in the last, say, 24, 48 hours to really, they often work, but in particular, we've been working a lot to get Update 26 ready, get this Lamania preview ready, and all the rest. Do I have a link to my staff build, the one that's right here? Not formally, like I've never actually written it up, but I do have a plan. I'm working on it. I suppose I could do that if there's interest, but I have to admit I've never really considered myself an uber builder, so if I did post that build up, I'd probably just get laughed out of the room. But I like this build. But really, it's the build itself is actually fairly simple. You start off with a high intelligence, decent constitution. You want to make sure you have enough charisma to get the spells that you need. So that would be either, through a base stat if you know you've got tomes like I do for a TR here. You know, you just want to make sure you have enough charisma to cast your favorite soul spells. In other words, I'm going 3 levels of rogue and 17 levels of favored soul. 17 levels of favored soul in order to be able to get my wings at the top end, and 3 levels of rogue to be able to get enough skill points periodically to max out my search, disable, you know, open lock, that kind of thing. And so that's primarily what's going on in this build. I'm using the Harper tree for intelligence to hit and damage. I'm using that high intelligence to also give me a boost on things like search and search. And I'm Drow because, one, this is the old Mock Duck character, so he has to be Drow. And then the other reason is just to be able to max out that intelligence. Or actually, charisma. No, actually, why am I Drow? I'm just Drow because I want to be. That's why I'm Drow. But otherwise, I'm using a staff build for really just flavor reasons, because I find it interesting. I've wanted to play a staff build, and this seemed like as good a character as any to do it with. But it does have some synchronicity with the Thief Acrobat tree. If I had enough strength, which I do now, but I did in that character creation, to simply get, say, two-handed fighting, I might do that. This build does not currently have two-handed fighting, only because I have not yet been able to fit it in. If I can, I probably will. But I also want to make sure that I am focusing on necro abilities. Mostly for things like Symbol of Death, Destruction, Energy Drain, what have you. So it's just really for a few select spells, but I want to do that. So that's what's going on there. So, a question from chat, when is Crystal Cove coming back? We are set to bring Crystal Cove back most likely in July. Exact date to be determined, kind of depends on what works out with our various plans. But we're thinking about later this summer, most likely July, on Crystal Cove. I know the next question that we are frequently asked is, will the items be upgraded to level 28? The answer to that is no. Well, we did add a few things, last time we did it, so it's a few things. But nothing new from the last time Crystal Cove was out. We are on Thelanis today, and we are running Stormcleave, one of the classics. Always a really fun quest. I love Stormcleave. This is a free-to-play quest, and you know, back when the game was had a lower level cap and such, this was a popular loot run because you could get a lot of chests out of this in a relatively short amount of time. You know, it's since been eclipsed by, you know, other things, but still, it's pretty cool. still like this for loot, Javor says. Yeah, it's, I mean, if you're looking for a low-level loot run that you can, you know, get anyone in pretty easy and get through fairly easy, it's a good one. Also has pretty decent XP, frankly, even to this day for the level, which is quite a bit. Yeah, 17 favorite soul, 3 rogue. I haven't decided on Epic Destiny yet, but I'm leaning toward potentially Exalted Angel, but we'll see. I may take on Yulig Sentinel. I may do something completely different. So this guy's just, you know, he's really just kind of starting to get going on this build here. I did just take my second level of rogue at level 7, so I could kind of max out my skill points again. Because the one thing about being a favored soul is you don't really get a lot of skill points, and you need a lot of skill points to keep all those stats and everything going. So that is the one challenge of this build, but we'll have to see what happens here. So far it's certainly better than the last time I made a favored soul rogue build, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, the main, so, you know, other than me using the person right now in the live stream, the main thing with this character is that I'm actually playing it largely in a static group on Volantis. And so, rather than trying to be a bleeding edge sort of epic elite build, so to speak, it's really trying to fit into the party dynamic. And so that's why I'm taking, you know, able to sort of maybe do some more unusual things than you might typically see. Although, I don't know, so far, I've been pretty happy with this character. Well, let's see what happens with it.
6 large crates dominate the camp ahead. They seem to
But it is interesting, because, I mean, you know, ideally I'm going to be able to heal. I'm going to be able to contribute some in DPS. I mean, I'm not going to be a DPS king or anything, but I'll be able to contribute some. I'm going to be able to search disable most traps, other than perhaps some of the, you know, super high traps. But even so, I should be able to do pretty good there. And, and then heal. And then I'm good on my wings, so we'll have that too. Should be pretty useful. Well, I mean, that's another thing with the static group. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bunch of bring-your-own healers, you know? That's sort of the point, is we can have a balanced party, or semi-balanced party, given the number of people who run. Oh, come on. I rolled more than a 5, huh? There we go. Yeah, rogue mechanics, they're very nice right now. We have someone a rogue 18 RD2. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's certainly a good repeater build, absolutely. You're right that I mean, part of the reason I'm actually doing this is I want to kind of see how that DPS does scale through this process, and I don't know that we really know an answer, or I will know an answer for that until a little bit later, but I like to go out this way and then come back. That's just me. Trying to catch up on chat here. Is a Pumpkin Lord of Cannith? That's pretty funny.
Inscadrir is
See, I got the Crystal Cove question. Any idea when, if the rogue mechanic is getting its tier 5 enhancement fixed? Soon? I'd have to figure out which part of that's not working, but I'd have to look that up, so I don't know off the top of my head, but pretty sure I remember seeing something about it, so certainly on the radar. Yeah, Assassin Rogues are still... they're awesome. Assassin Rogues are great. I do love my Assassin, but I already played an Assassin quite a bit in, say, the old DDoCast build guild, so when it came time to try to find something a little bit different, you know, I thought, especially with the Thief Acrobat changes that went in, that would be a good timing to get that done. Because I hadn't really played a Thief Acrobat before. I always tended to stick to Assassin. But the other thing too, and I know it's a little strange, but with this particular build is I am a little lore picky, so whatever I do has to fit into the sort of internal storyline I have going on in my head for Mokduk. I bet I'm not the only one who does that. But I wouldn't say become a you know, druid or a sorcerer or something. You know, he's gotta be a Silver Flame guy, and he's gotta be, you know, a healing type of some kind. You know, Favorite Souls seem to fit decently into the lore there. And he's always been a little bit of a rebel, so the idea of taking a few levels of rogue didn't seem out of place either. And I wanted to TR because I wanted some more build points and wanted to get an ER. I might do some more ERing. I may even do another TR, but I don't know if I'm going to. This character might be okay for a while. I may just ER for a bit instead. Keep this guy at cap for a while after I get there. Oops. Yeah, I'm not sure. I seem to remember reading a note on the Tier 5, but I'd have to look that up. Somebody's not providing it something bonus, right? I know, very expert technical answer there. The thing ain't working right. Yeah, the mechanics and the changes that we did with Great Crossbow and that, with the new firing animations, the mechanics are in a very nice place right now, I think. You're welcome to start a forum thread telling me I'm wrong, but I think they're in pretty good shape right now. Okay, it's supposed to give 10 range power, but it's giving 40 range power. Ooh, bug in your favor. Well, as with any bug in your favor, it is a bug. If it doesn't match the description, if it isn't doing what it could do, then there is a chance that it will be changed. Probably will be in that case. It sounds like a pretty significant error in your favor. Ooh, grease. Ooh, ouch. Might be worth grabbing some stones and hitting that shrine back there. If someone could survive and get the shrine's mess. Because you're not going to beat all these mobs. There may have been comments about a Tier 5 grease enhancement. It's Peter823 says, as for bugs in our favor, its proper classification is feature. It's pretty funny. Yeah, later, Issa. Have fun. Thanks for being here. Hey, Dorintus. Caslin 143 is making a request for a whole bunch more endgame content. What you're going to see is, what we have seen is a focus on endgame content in recent updates, you know, with, I mean, really ever since Three Barrel Cove, although I know some folks don't really consider that to count. But, but certainly, you know, we saw with Orchard, Temple of Elemental Evil, we're going to see that with the Archon content coming up in Update 27. And I think, frankly, we're going to see that for the next several updates moving forward, that we're really going to have a focus on the upper end of the level range content. And the reason for that will be to give people, as before we move up to level 30, you know, a good set of options to get their XP from. Where's my quarterstaff? There we go. Ooh, hair dye. Eating my hair dye? It's supposed to do that. I should convince Turbine to remake DDO with a newer game engine for like the 30th or 50th anniversary. Okay. For our 50th anniversary, we will do that. It's an ironclad promise right now. It's not. But yes. I mean, no, but yes. That would be awesome. Alright, we actually have 2 rune pillars yet to do. Okay, which ones do we not get? Let's see. I'm trying to remember going from my head here. Which room pillars did we not grab? Which ones did we miss? Yes, Trencrom, you can hop in for some gravy favor. Someone says they don't like that darn Shadowfell effect. Oh, here we go. I have to admit, I have had conversations with people in recent days where I basically said, can we please do something about it? So maybe we'll see some action on that. It is a little heavy. And it has basically a bit of a lighting bug in it as well. That's not ideal. Which is why, like, say, in what goes up, you have so much of the shadow effect is so pronounced.
At the back of the camp, you spy a large minotaur.
But we have been thinking, to kind of go back briefly to that question about endgame content, that is on our mind, that is something we've been thinking about, and that's something we,
Minotaur Lord Kyros is no more.
we are hoping to have some news that you will enjoy, potentially, on at some point here. I don't want to say more than that. Alright.
The last of the stolen supplies has been collected. Return to Corporal Galvaston.
Here we go. Well. Alright, where's our last rune pillar? Which one am I not seeing here? Did we miss? We must have missed one somewhere. Sorry about that. Yeah, it must be the first one, huh? Where did we, back quite a ways? You will tell me for a code. Nice. Entrepreneurship. It's important in today's world. But no. Oh, here we go. Nice, here we go.
All the rune posts have been activated. Return to the
Your
summoning
shrine.
circle
I
behind
think I
you.
haven't used that one. I'm just going to hit a shrine quick before we go. Fire the Dragon Leader, I believe, is talking a little bit about, oh, the Anvil engine? That one I'm not quite as familiar with. Someone was talking about Unreal 4 earlier. That I have been looking at. Someone was trying to convert a Necro Cleric built into a Sun Elf. Well, there's a change of direction for you. How are my DDN search numbers with the Acrobat? Well, I need to mention that I don't really have much in the way of items yet for disable and search. But my disable is 26, I have a +5 item or ring on right now, and my search is 36, and I have something. It's giving me search. Yeah, search +7. So as, you know, things get higher up and level, I'm going to be able to jack that up. Just, like I said, at the very least with, you know, items. But are there any chance of the bow and throwing weapons and mechanic getting the sneak attack dice added? I don't know. I'd have to ask. Sorry. Is there any way I could suggest, Silky Orion asks, that if one character unlocks Elite on a world, then all of the characters in that world get unlocked Elite for all of the characters? No. It's intentional. You have to do it on every character. Or be VIP and not worry about it. Working as intended. Someone would love a great bow for Rangers. Yeah. It was part of the initial ideas. Sorry, let me stop looking at chat and start looking at where I'm walking. You're not the first acrobat like that, Cordovan. Too much dancing and not enough trapping. Well, so way back in the day, this would be, I think even maybe pre-free. No, it's probably not long after the Favored Soul first came out. I created a build on Sarlona, which was a Favored Soul rogue, and it didn't really work out very well. But that was in the days before Harper Intelligence to damage and such, and it was just difficult to juggle all those stats and make them effective. So now that we have the Harper tree and all this other stuff, it's much, much easier to make a pretty effective Favored Soul rogue, I think. I mean, we'll find out, but certainly you know, yes, others have done it too. I need a spyglass from the Cove. You're right. I do need a spyglass from the Cove. I think I'm going to have to get one. Does everyone know how to run this next part here in terms of not triggering all the other stuff in the other rooms? We're just going to go straight to the Earth Ellies, and then we'll try to beat down the guy. You know, I don't really understand why a bow and thrower, particularly a rogue one, would not get sneak attack. It may be a technical issue, which is why I would need to check. But it seems like they should, right? Yeah, I have a bunch of gear, you know, because I actually don't have a lot of characters on Thelanis. Because I really hadn't played very consistently on Thelanis for a while. Alright, let's take care of these air Ellies. Or Earth Ellies. Ooh. Alright, now let's beat down the guy, General Xantalar. Where did he go? There we go. Does someone have the ability to maybe grab his aggro so that we're not trying to run behind someone who's plinking him?
Yeah, I tried, but he doesn't care about my intimidating.
Good enough.
Angry defiance and crumples to the ground.
I figure we might as well do the optional too here while we're at it, huh? Since we have all those supplies, I think. Each one of the hairs in that engine is 1 polygon. My, how far we've come, huh? I've been recently, I sort of consistently collect for my Atari 2600. I've just always been enjoying that. And when you look at sort of the way that they made that versus, you know, a polygon per hair, it's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Yeah. Not sure what the GXB is. South Sudan Soul says, attack the giant from behind. That's very unsporting of you. That's true. Yeah, yeah. But you know, I've got a stick. I'm just trying to beat on him. So. I remember Pong, yes. I remember Pong too. That was my very first video game I played, was a Pong console, and probably in the late 70s. Where's this guy? He's over here, right? I am old, yeah. Oh, Great Crossbow. Yeah, there we go. That's what GXB is.
Corporal Delvascan has gratefully reclaimed his supplies.
evasion for the... There we go.
End of fighting fades from the outpost.
So where do we end up? Woohoo! Kill count leader! Everyone else did quite well though. I died. Yep. Cool. Indeed. Someone's having a birthday? That's cool. Or no, 18 days for a birthday. That's cool anyway. Let's do Bounty Hunter here. That's fairly short. We should be able to get that done without too much time around the thing here.
This cavern is very cool. Certain smells of dirt and fungus fill the air.
So I was, someone was asking me the other day, because they thought I was leveling up really quickly on Thelanis here, which is actually not true. I know lots of people who would look at my leveling and be like, man, you could be at least twice as fast. And that's true. But I do tend to level fairly kind of quickly, and my secret is just like the movie Glengarry Glen Ross. Always be questing. Always be questing. Always be questing. As long as you're always running quests, frankly, here's my quote leveling plan that I've had for years. I don't worry about running the same thing over and over and over. I don't farm things too much, although I will sometimes a little bit. But for me, it's just run everything on Elite, run it if you can, run as much as you can, and don't wait around. Don't sit there, waiting for a group, and then someone goes AFK, and then someone's gonna grab dinner, and then blah blah blah. It's just like, just run. If you end up, if they end up having to join you later, or you die like this, that's okay. Actually, no, if there's a shrine in here, I think I might just take a sip of this. You guys aren't gonna tell if I go a little super C. I really can't wait till I get res, but it's gonna be a while because I've got all that rogue in me. Oh, I remember this one. Wow, it's been a while since I ran this. Wow, it's been a long time actually since I ran this. actually. Right. Actually, we do go back here, don't we?
Someone went to great lengths to hide this locked door. Were they trying to protect something within, or were those without?
8K resolution? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Exploring this section of the cave.
Titan, I did like your stream today. Someone says, acrobats doing traps is the same as actors starting a band. Are you disparaging the trap abilities of thief acrobats? I mean, yeah, jumping around's their main goal, but that doesn't mean they can't enjoy the ride or enjoy themselves. Besides, what actors have been in good bands? Maybe you've got a point there. I don't know, but if Alan Rickman wants to be in my band, I would totally be in a band with Alan Rickman. He could sing, he could play drums. It's all good, whatever he wants. He can act, he can do it. Oops, lag spike. Most people can't build a cross-class trapper to save their lives. Well, I guess we'll find out if I'm one of them.
The opening on the other side awaits you mockingly. Cross a series of
Oh, right. Kind of. Where's the trap boxes? Let's see if I had my wings. Oh well. Oh, you're right, Steve Martin. He is an excellent choice. Steve Martin has got great banjo chops. I don't know if you're into any of the old Steve Martin records, but if you are, like I am, I actually still think they're some of the best comedy records I've ever listened to. They're so good. And he plays an incredible banjo. So there we go, Steve Martin. Can't remember if there's one over here. Yep. Let me guess. Oop. Oh no! Ah. I thought there was... Anyone know where that trap box is? Maybe there just isn't one? Anyone know if there's a trap box for that blade trap, or is it just a matter of avoiding it? Someone in our group chat here is saying they're more of a George Carlin guy. I like George Carlin a lot. I like the goofiness of classic Steve Martin. It just fits with my sense of humor? Some would call it humor. Oh, it's below in the water? Okay, cool. I'll hit it on my way out then. Man, I don't even know when the last time I ran this quest was. A long time. 2008, maybe? Something like that. Yeah, you've got most. See, I was never a huge trapper back in the day, so and honestly, you guys know my brain as well as anyone. The odds of me being able to remember where every trap is in the game, not real high. Alright, so if it's down below, any idea where down below? Is it like under the water, maybe? No? Oh, not in the water, on the ledge. Oh, you mean on the ledge where the blade trap is, huh? Alright. Or is it on this ledge? Oh, someone's saying that's not where the trap is? Alright. You know what? Forget the trap. We don't need it. We're okay.
There's a trap here.
I do need to spend more time to learn trap locations, but, you know, I'd rather just people tell me where I should search. Actually, I like to have a high spot. Not just for the ability to find traps, although that's a big one for me, but also because it really helps see faraway mobs. I've found, I know some people find spot more useful than others. I've always found it extremely useful. I love my spot. Just cannot be built. Boom. Okie dokie. You know, sometimes there are things in life that you just have to accept. One of those is that I am. Oop, are we doing like a optional here? Anyone know what the key is for that? Is this it? No. I don't know. Must have missed the key. Anyway, I'm going to recall out here. I think we're... Oh, from up top. I think we're going to... I'm probably going to call it here, so... Oh, the auto-find from Drow. That's even a better idea. I should totally do that. Because I am a Drow, after all. Just a matter of if I'm going to have enough room to do that and the Favored Soul and the Acrobat. And still have any points left over. But if so, maybe. So, Titan asks, what exact time is the Lamania update today? The exact time today will be Monday. Sorry, Titan. We were originally going to get Lamania propped this afternoon, but something came up. So instead it looks like it's going to be Monday instead. But we're working on it. Spot and listen are sleeper skills, I agree. Plus, if you're an admin, swim is really important. Do you know why? Because your swim skill determines your fly speed. And if you're an admin and want to fly fast, you need good swim. Alright, I think that's going to do it with Fridays at 4. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me here today. I've had a good time. Glad you guys were able to join me. I guess before I call it a show, I might as well do my daily dice. If you guys want to find out what our entire schedule is, you can find it on twitch.tv/DDOstream. Tonight, around 9 o'clock, we're going to have Pikers Anonymous. I know that Og over on twitch.tv/ is it the Dirty Kobold? I can't remember what his channel is right now. He'll be doing that as well. You could follow that on Twitter. On Saturday, we've got the Moosey and Bew show. On Sunday, I believe Titan may be doing a little bit of streaming if his time permits. And then, Monday's the whole new week, and you can look forward to an update on Lamania and potentially update 26 going live by the end of the week, but we'll have more information on that as we get closer to it. Alright, hope you guys have a good weekend. If you happen to be around, I may be back in game through the weekend here, taking advantage of all this Uber XPs. And Drencrom, yes, I will take care of the mailing after the show here, so... Thanks, everyone, and I'll see you again soon.